What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a special Moon Piece reaction video with your boy
Danny
and myself, Corey. So we don't usually do things like this here. We're damn near jacking Ab and Preach.
Hey, listen, we're sitting down, so
I haven't told Danny what we're checking out here, but if you can tell by the title and by the controversy on the internet, I don't know if you ever heard of the YouTube channel JelloApocalypse?
Never, actually.
So I don't really know much about this guy. I know that they do make a lot of like animated things, like they animate their reviews and they do something, but apparently tends to kind of, you know, rage bait people in. And they made a video called "This is basically One Piece."
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of topic I need to help me, you know, get a jump start on my day through hate.
Listen, as a podcast channel that has posted One Piece hater reacts and a video, our most recent episode with One Piece is mid with our guest Gabe, we know a thing or two about rage bait content.
Yeah, that's our bag.
That's our bag. I mean, people hate it, but you watch it. Watch it.
That's that YouTube culture.
But what we're here to see is basically what this video is about. So obviously we will be pausing it as we go, giving our commentary because, you know, YouTube copyright stuff. But all right, so without any further ado, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so this is basically One Piece. 8-minute video. I don't know what's about
Super quick.
Super easy.
Light work.
Barely any convenience. Oh, damn, you dropped. Let me down. Let me down.
Sorry, Screen Rant.
That's
Screen Rant, right?
Story of Loosey Goosey. He plays things fast and loose, but he got two loops, and now he's all wiggly. He's made of rubber. How did that happen? Yo.
The government has been lying to you. Our true history is written on magical Legos. The gum fruit isn't real. There are weasels on the moon.
Yo, my conspiracy theory.
Great age of pirates. A pirate is defined as anyone who sails a boat. And Loosey Goosey's gonna be king of them all. To do that,
Loosey Goosey.
conquer the Grand Line, an inaccessible ocean that you could easily leave and come back to. I mean, if you need to. If you like forgot your keys or something, it's not a big deal.
That's not true. That's simply not true.
That's literally not true.
But that's, I mean, listen.
Fine, let him cook.
Yeah. This is 44 seconds in. I mean, it is what it is. But no one does that except for the world's government. I'm just saying.
If you have the proper boat, right? If you have the proper thing, sea stone under the ship, right? Already 44 seconds in, we was like, well, actually.
People on the Grand Line have the power of devil fruits, fueled by the dreams of what humanity could be. You know those dreams we all got. I want to wear something like a jacket. I want to squeeze a person until milk comes out. I want to gain weight.
I also want to gain weight.
Whoa.
I forgot that dude's name from Dressrosa.
Nobody notices we have the exact same powers.
Okay, that's also not true. No, he's the clay fruit. He controls the earth. He can manipulate it. Like, Pika can make it out of his own body. I forget what this guy's name is from the Revolutionary Army. Morley. Yeah. He can, like, he's like the mole man. Like, he can go through it. Yeah. And then the Island Pizarro guy, he's they're completely different fruits.
Yeah, clay, stone, island, and is it the Momo fruit? Is that what he has?
I think so.
I don't think he's
like, he manipulates it like, I don't know, like I guess a mole man would.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Zoan, so I don't want to call it a mole because we haven't seen him transform, but he definitely has like some type of paramecia type ability. 100%. You know what I mean? So
it's not a Logia.
False, but I can see where he's going with where, like, you know, there's the magma fruit and then there's the fire fruit, right?
Man, he can go fuck himself. We'll talk about Pokemon, all right? Also, just real quick, that whole, like, devil fruits come from dreams, that's just a theory.
A One Piece theory.
All right, because, like, that's Vegapunk's theory. Like, he doesn't know if that shit's true. That's just speculation. So, even though Oda's the author and he put it in there for a reason, stop.
Or whatever, we'll see. Angry One Piece fans, right?
Devil fruits, each with different powers that make them all distinct. Asterisk.
Parameciums are silly boys that turn you into a sinky, stinky weirdo.
Loogie Froogies give you control over an element. You can squiggle your body to avoid attacks and also generate
Something.
which Parameciums can't do. Except for the ones that can. Those are called special Parameciums, which can also be spelled like this. And then there's
That was good.
I can't front.
That was funny.
That was funny. That was funny.
It is what it is.
It's right. What is anything anymore?
But they're ugly. With such very
Zoe said ugly.
old bees is pretty wacky.
Why they be doing the Jailer beats like that?
Because they're hilarious.
They-
They look crazy.
People don't even remember those are the first awakened devil fruit users we've seen.
Yeah,
Which is to say, most fights are just two people whacking each other until one of them decides to fall down.
that is a fight.
I swear some of these are good. Give me an Usopp or a Robin fight. What do you mean Robin doesn't get any fights? She's like the strongest character.
Oh,
Okay.
Sexism. That's I don't know. Robin is
Okay.
not the strongest character.
As a Robin stan, as somebody who has been glazing, I'm not going to spoil, but who glazed the hell out of One Piece chapter 1133.
Oh right.
We know Robin's not the strongest.
She's the archaeologist of the crew.
We know that Robin hasn't gotten great fights this whole time skip.
Except for Black Maria.
That's one out of how many chapters, right?
Yeah.
And she did nothing on Egghead, right?
True. Yeah. Although I'm
But-
hoping the anime like delves a little bit more into why she got hurt, because maybe she was the one that discovered that it was.
Let's try not
we'll
to
cut it
spoil.
out.
Let's try not to spoil plot points that haven't reached the anime yet here. But yeah, sexism, I wouldn't call it that. Oda, maybe.
I mean, Nami's gotten a few great fights in the series.
She has recent moments right now, like in where we are now.
What about in Alabasta when she fought? I forgot what that woman's name.
We're talking about time
Friday?
skip.
Oh, time skip. Okay, yeah,
Post
well,
time
you got
skip.
me.
Yeah, post time skip.
come aboard and bring a long chapter count for the biggest serialized adventure manga in history, only to find that the adventure stories aren't as good as the thriller and espionage ones, and the author should probably just be writing that. Revel in excitement and watch as Lucy has to punch the bad man in order to stop the natural disaster from crashing down and destroying an island that's shaped like a circle. This is every single arc. Sometimes Oda gets worried that the 12-year-old boys who read his boob comic don't think it's cool enough, so he decides to draw everything on fire for a few panels and then forgets about it.
He's on fire. I must be from the jungle.
What?
The stakes still aren't high.
I don't. What is he trying to say there? I like all the islands are shaped like circles. I mean, listen, if you want to be a fucking critic about it, then yeah, sure, I guess. But that's whatever. That's not true.
I mean, it's a little mappy map, right? I want to say that I can't tell if this critique is coming from a place of you're just trying to critique One Piece or you're critiquing anime and manga as a whole, because nothing that you've said so far in this video is different from any other anime or manga. But I also understand that YouTube has reached a place, which is also coming out of right now, where people are getting tired of CinemaSins-esque content.
Like the harsh critics.
Yeah,
like,
the people that's just looking to just pick out things just to do it, like just for content. Like a lot of it feels like it's made in bad faith. I know it's made for entertainment, but it feels cheap sometimes. And just because you've animated all of this doesn't mean that you've worked really, really hard on analyzing the series.
yeah, I mean, he's probably got a team behind him, just giving him
Yeah.
like jokes and quips to write. But I don't know.
I'll give him this. It seems like he watches or reads the series. I'll say
Yeah.
that. You can't really come up with some of these jokes without at least getting through it.
Or being familiar with shonen in general.
Yeah.
Enough! Quick, hit him with a poison that doesn't work.
Let's see the crew we're cruising the sea with. Alola Molazo is the right-hand man who holds his swords like an idiot and can teleport in front of any woman, so long as it's for sexist reasons. Nami is a cat.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay. How many women has Zoro?
Can teleport in front of any woman?
If anything, he's thinking about Sanji, but Sanji, that's actually legitimately explained through observation hockey. And Zoro, what do you mean holds his swords like? Well, the mouth thing is a little wild.
Let's just call it what it is. He holds his swords like a fucking idiot, right?
Does he?
Holding your sword in your mouth.
Bro, at least he's not holding them in his butt cheeks like you see on some of those memes on the internet. Like, what are you talking
I mean,
about?
that's fair, but like, come on. Let's
Nah,
remove the One Piece.
I'm gonna let it slide. Yo, we got Zabuza over here holding a fucking kunai in his mouth. Like, like the Wado Ichimonji's not even as like big as like some of the other swords he has.
calling a kunai the same thing as a whole sword is.
Man, Zoro's got more jaw power than.
Welcome to the
than Zabuza.
dichotomy of One Piece fans: delusion and realistic.
No, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. You can't tell me otherwise. It's not stupid.
Cat burglar who gets more pussy than the rest of the crew combined. My man. In light of
All right,
First of all, the shade on
the
Usopp.
shade on Usopp, respect it, right? There's gonna be people who's gonna be pissed off, like Usopp's not black, and then you saw people get mad at the Don arc.
No, what
People were
Don
mad
art?
that there was like a Don art of like making them black. You don't be on the
No,
internet. Danny don't be on the internet at all.
Not
So
like
he doesn't
that.
get to
Not
see
like that.
any of like the stupid drama in the anime community. But yeah, people were like pissed off. It even kind of gave the voice actor the English dub shit.
Oh my god,
'Cause
I definitely didn't see that.
They're like, why are you blackwashing Okarunin and what's her name?
Momo.
Again? Momo.
I didn't see that. You're gonna have to show me that
Yeah.
afterwards.
Somebody's gonna read in the comments, why'd you blackwash Usopp?
Also, what's with the Nami and Vivi? Like Nami getting more pull than anybody else. I mean, who? She's just friendly.
What's her name? Khalifa, maybe? I mean, she called Khalifa sexy once.
Yeah. I mean, who can blame her though? Also, Vivi's a little darker here too.
Live action representation.
Hey, I love to see it.
He's definitely mixing the both in, and I'm gonna laugh at obviously Sanji simping right here.
Our crew has decided to cut ties with Mr. Vinsmoke. We are currently in talks to replace him with the hot, suave, good version of Sanji from the Netflix adaptation.
Ooh, okay. Now, Robin is the most interesting character in One Piece.
Also shading one, Robin.
Brown Robin,
Bring her back.
Brown Robin, fan. I know we know she's Russian, guys. We know.
Yo, when I found that out, I was so disheartened. I'm like, what are you talking about?
How long did you find that out?
No, like years ago.
Okay,
I'm talking
yeah.
like a decade ago at this point.
I mean, it's giving Black Widow. You know what I mean? Heavy.
I guess.
It's giving heavy Russian espionage.
I don't know. Back in the day, like when Alabasta was out, I was really hoping Robin was like Latina.
I would have never thought that she was Latina.
Really? In
I
Alabasta?
wanted her to be Latina.
Oh, okay. But you
But
knew
I
in your
would have
heart.
never, based on just like how the character moves, I'm like, this is giving Russian.
I mean, like, spy. Okay, sure. Spy, but
Automatic.
aesthetically, no. The whitewashing was real in the time skip.
Yeah.
She's a woman!
Sorry, I guess that's all the time we have. Marketable plushie, fish, bones, the rest.
Was the fish supposed to be Jinbei?
Cast where most of them are so mid that their boat has more personality than they do.
Oh my
You
god.
didn't tell me our boat was from the jungle!
Trade in your straw hat for
What?
a tin-foil one and delve deep into the mysteries of the world. Fight back against an all-powerful evil government and the lapdogs who work as their enforcers. Except the ones the author thinks we're supposed to like, even though they're... Free the oppressed peoples of...
He paused it himself.
What do you mean fucking awful? Garp and Aokiji. What do you mean? Why is he criticizing the fact that we're supposed to like Garp and Aokiji?
I could see like saying you really don't fuck with Garp, but I can't really see not fucking with Aokiji.
Aokiji's the man. I love that guy.
Now, granted, did Aokiji like do Saul grimy?
He was young. He made a mistake and he acknowledged it. Like, it is what, like, you have to follow the orders of the government as a Marine. I mean, clearly that haunted him throughout his days. I mean, the whole O'Hara incident did.
Maybe he's one of those guys that likes his characters to be likable the whole time.
Who? Aokiji?
No, maybe the guy making JelloApocalypse is one of those people that prefers their characters to be likable the whole time
yeah.
and not have nuance.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
peoples of the world in a setting where all slaves will eventually become racist slavers themselves? Oh, that's not good. Listen, the author has great ideas, but he's not always so good at the execution. Just look how long it takes for him to execute this freckle guy. Hey, don't worry, Loopy. We got a better one in the back. And guess what, baby? He's from the jungle! That jungle lore was actually foreshadowed.
Is he criticizing how long? What do you mean how long it took to execute Ace? The Marineford arc? Are you complaining about the Marineford arc? Because good luck with that, buddy. All right, that's fucking goals. You're really whatever.
It could be like Gabe said when he was like, it's just Luffy running up steps from that long.
Man, you go try to clear that level, all right, and try to do the things that he did. All right, that man was jumping through hoops.
He was a small fish in a very, very big ocean.
That man was taking steroids. That man was taking painkillers, adrenaline. He was doing everything he could to make that happen. And then this jungle joke, whatever. I think it's so stupid.
Well, are you more of an Ace or a Sabo guy? I've never really asked you this.
I didn't know that this was something that needed to be asked, but I guess if I had to, I'm an Ace guy.
I think I might lean more towards Sabo.
Okay, why? I'm just wondering. I didn't know you had to pick. I didn't know that this was Team Jacob, Team Edward from
Well, I
fucking
mean, you're
Twilight.
gonna pick one flame fruit user and pick one flame fruit user. If I'm gonna pick my choice, I'm gonna pick Sabo. I think Sabo is less annoying of a character. Ace pissed me off because of him being killed over a your daddy joke.
Oh, I thought
He loses mad points.
I thought I was gonna say because he's fucking narcoleptic, always falling asleep all the time.
Nah, that's like I like the gag. I don't have a problem with One Piece gags. It's more like I wasn't really affected by like Ace's death when it happened. It was one of those things, especially because I already knew, because obviously I got into One Piece later, so I already knew he was going to die. I just didn't know when it was going to happen.
I don't know. I was really upset about it, especially when you find out that he's like Roger's kid. I'm like, damn, that's the end of an era, end of a line.
I understand the hype portion of it, and I'm trying to remove the hype portion of it and just think about how much time was committed to Ace before the death. Mad time was committed after, you know what I mean? In regards to the backstory. And if you feel a type of way, it's more that you feel for Luffy's pain.
More than Ace.
More than you care that Ace died. So I feel like people inherently just like, I care about Ace because Luffy cares about Ace. And at that time, I was just like, I don't even know this nigga. It was like when Black Widow ran into Thanos. He was like, I don't even know you. You took everything. No, it was, not Black Widow. It was Scarlet Witch. She's like, you took everything from me. He's like, I don't even know you.
No, I disagree. We're not gonna get into it now. I like Ace. The only cool thing that Sabo has over Ace is that he does that thing with his hands.
Dragon Claw.
That jungle lore was actually foreshadowed in exactly one panel 400 chapters ago. Don't you feel stupid for not noticing? Oh, don't worry. If you missed it, you can always catch up on the lore by skimming a fan wiki that insists on spelling every proper noun wrong. Because that's what some weebs called them back in 2001. Here, my man, let me pay you in bellies. What's that? You think these bellies and the story are both overstuffed? Pish and Shaw. Oda doesn't need editors. Old Peas has 1,100 chapters and twice as many named characters. I'm sure all of these guys are absolutely essential. How many of them could you possibly cut while telling the same story?
Wow. Sure.
Fair.
Okay. But you know what? It's there. And the content is still good. So what's your problem?
Yeah.
Again, like you said multiple times, if you don't like long content, that's your problem.
Yeah.
One Piece comes from a different era. If you don't like long form, you want something like JJK, where it's the complete opposite and you don't get all this backstory and this world building and characters just being characters. Like a lot of these characters, sure, like they don't add that much to the story, but you know what? They're there. And they don't do bad.
He means that because bro really loves JJK. He meant that with his soul. I mean, I usually get confused specifically. I'm not attacking Naruto fans. I'm not coming for you. But people who are okay with the length of Naruto and Bleach, which are respectively 700 chapters long.
Like,
right?
it's not that much more from
Like,
the One
it's
Piece.
fine. There's a 430 chapter difference. But if we want to include Boruto into
that's fair.
Naruto, we're going to, at best, is what, 800?
820 something?
It's not 100 chapters of Boruto, right? There's nowhere near.
No, it is.
Is it?
Boruto, yeah.
Boruto is not 100. When did it come out?
2017, I think.
2017? But like it was released monthly, so it's literally
Boruto is
impossible.
80 chapters.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 100 months. So
It's 80
700. Let's say 708 chapters. They have longer chapters.
And Boruto is 96 chapters, so that's 16 chapters, so 96 chapters.
So they have longer chapters. You mean Two Blue Vortex?
Oh, yeah. 92.
And they have longer chapters. So let's just say for the amount of content, Naruto adding Boruto is about 850 chapters, right?
Yeah.
It's not, respectfully, it's not that much shorter than One Piece. But I feel like, a whole generation of people, this is like a Gen Z real like issue, I think, and younger. I can't speak for Gen Alpha. And a lot of millennials suffer from it too, as, you know, millennials.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't need to be short.
Yeah.
Right? The new generation of anime fans have been, you know, spoiled by seasonal anime. Really, really great animation for 12 to 24 episodes and then going away for a year. Shonen Jump just doesn't let manga series last as long as they used to. You know what I mean? So things aren't even going to be longer than My Hero anymore. My Hero is the last series I think that will be as long as it is. You will never see another series be that long ever again.
Like taking Kagurabachi into account, like I know before I was like, oh, you never know. But like now, especially with what's happening now, yeah, I could see it being maybe as long as JJK. Maybe,
right? That's like, that's like coping at that
look
point.
at something like Blue Lock. Like Blue Lock 287 just came out, and I doubt it'll get another 100, 200 chapters.
Yeah.
So that's less than 400.
Yeah, like that era of things have been done. But I don't think that it's like the fact that people want this to kind of not be a thing for One Piece. Let One Piece be the one series that still gets to be pause long and grand. You know what I mean? Like we have one. There's one out of how many anime and manga for you to check out? It's okay if one series is just long and just introduces characters. We don't give those faults like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. Like we don't give fault for those series just creating characters. Why do we give fault to One Piece for that?
And I'm thinking more into what you're saying with series like Naruto or My Hero, like, and others. I'm just using those as an example. Like, they really focus on like the core group of people and maybe some side characters. And I think that One Piece, that's part of its charm, that it introduces all these other characters that, yeah, maybe we only ever see again in a flashback, or seeing them like whenever a newspaper comes out and we see these people react to the newspapers. We're like, oh shit, look at that. Like, it's just like a cool callback to like use in the future. Like, I think that's part of One Piece's charm. Like, no other series really does that. They really focus on the main characters and then the side characters, and that's it. Which, you know, it's cool. I'm not knocking it. It is what it is. But like Corey's saying, like, let One Piece be One Piece.
Yeah. And then there's going to be the people that when their series end, their favorite manga or anime, they're going to be like, why didn't they expand on this? Why didn't they blah, blah? And then you're sitting here like, One Piece makes sure to never let us down in that aspect.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, can't win.
That's at least 5 of them. I'm glad we wasted pages on these dudes instead of seeing the Straw Hats actually have any kind of dynamic with each other. Who cares about that? I have to know the name of the weapon that fuck-ass Joe uses. Let's check out.
I'm not gonna say he's wrong.
What are you talking about? You want Zoro over here to say like, Luffy, you're my best friend?
Well,
he doesn't need to.
Not the quote he just put right there. I mean more like, remember how I said I was craving Straw Hat interactions once we got out of Wano?
Yeah, and we were like seeing that in Alba.
But like we didn't get to see that since like damn near Punk Hazard, because they were half in Dressrosa, half in Zoe, half in Whole Cake, scattered all over Wano.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We went chapters without seeing them chill. That's why we really love, I think, that in between Wano and Egghead.
And you know what's
moments.
funny? But you know what's funny about that too? In the pre-time skip, you get so much of that. I think that's why a lot of people also didn't like an arc like Skypiea. You know, because it really was adventures and the Straw Hats just doing shenanigans together. That's why a lot of people didn't like Punk Hazard, I guess, because that really was super heavy into that.
Yeah.
So again, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I don't mind. I know I can go back and rewatch those first 200 episodes of One Piece where people claim that it wasn't good, which is fine. I'm not like knocking it.
Yeah.
But like that's where you see it a lot. You're seeing them bond and come together. And now that we're in the new world, we're getting right to the nitty gritty of it.
We already believe in those relationships because the series did all that work in the beginning of the series to make it believable. And now it doesn't have to do that. We know, we have full like confidence that this is a family.
Yeah.
We had Water 7. We had Thriller Bark. We had Sabaody. We had Alabasta. We had Skype, like you said. We know that they're tight already. So now the series did all that work in the beginning for them to just let balls to the wall things happen time skip wise. Right. And some people don't like that. Some people do prefer pre-time skip One Piece over post-time skip One Piece. You know what I mean?
Let's check out the Q&A corner where the author answers only the most enlightened of questions from the 12est of year-old readers.
Who's fuck-ass Joe?
I'm so glad you asked. Fuck-ass Joe has a really interesting backstory. My editor said I couldn't include it, so I murdered him, because nobody tells me what to do. Anyway, he drifted through the Calm Belt, which has no currents, and you shouldn't be able to drift through it, but I forgot.
You know what? You know what?
You know what?
You got that, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking win. Yeah. You got that, bro. You fucking got that, bro.
No notes.
No notes.
No notes.
I'm just laughing. I was like, who is fuck ass Joe, bro? Who is?
Oh, he cooked.
Yo,
there.
nah,
That's
you
so
got
true.
that. You got that, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that there's only like 2.5 minutes left, and I'm not as angry as I thought I would be. I saw you guys pissed on the TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm a pirate. Thanks so much for your question.
Lick the syrup off of Nami's body.
Watch his breasts grow larger, negative space grows rarer, and the art gets sketchier and sketchier because the artist would literally rather kill himself than accept help from or credit any of his assistants. Don't worry, Oda is actually just being nice and making his art worse on purpose so that the anime doesn't look as bad by comparison. Is reading too quick and easy? Switch to the anime and watch as time slowdown turns this angry broccoli man's one-panel Wii into a 10-minute long piss
we all know
venture.
this already.
Hey, mister, this is old peas, not you peas.
We know, guys. We know the anime adaptation is bad. Danny will never tell anybody to watch the anime adaptation.
Yeah. But listen, we got the One Piece coming out, so look forward to that.
Now, I hope the One Piece doesn't end up being just one season. That would be, sad.
No, they would lose so much money.
No,
I think that they would lose out
not
on so much
lose
money.
out, not
Yeah.
lose. They would lose
Yeah,
out
lose
on
out.
so much money. But we didn't have a confirmation that they're redoing the whole series. We never once got confirmation that this is for the whole series.
I would like to think it's for the whole series because if you're like redoing the original like first few arcs, like they already did that in a movie called the East Blue Saga. Like you could just watch that and it's like 2 hours long.
I've watched those. You can't.
I think that does I disagree. I think it does a pretty good job, a good enough job for them to do a whole remake and then just stop there.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I think because if you don't know anything at all and you watch those like episode of East Blue, episode of Alabasta, the pacing is breakneck fucking speed.
Alabasta, yes. I think that everything else, yes. But I think East Blue, just East Blue,
Okay.
is done good enough.
It's yes. You
That
won't
only is
feel the character moments as much because you don't get as much time to spend
Yeah.
with the characters and to kind of like get to that point. But for the most part, for the beats, I agree.
Yeah, just East Blue.
Yeah, but yeah, continue to shit on the adaptation. We know,
Yeah.
we're not gonna sit here and try to defend Toei's past animation.
Yeah, it's got
everything roof piece and forward. You can't say nothing. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
This is simply not up to Toei's standard of quality. I know what'll fix this.
My boy.
That's better.
Listen,
Hey, you know
this
what?
is a very serious emotional story.
But we don't want you to be sad when you read it. Remember, at the end of the day, there are no consequences to anything. Hit this bird with a nuke, he'll be fine. Put a bandage on him, he'll be fine.
This isn't
Abandon
over
your children for
I understand what he's saying though.
We know people don't die in One Piece.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. They save it. It used to be that backstories were sacred when it comes to, but with recent events, we know that backstories are no longer sacred when it comes to death. If you don't see a body, it didn't happen.
No spoilers. Never mind.
He doesn't. He's like,
I don't want to do
we don't want to ruin it for the guys.
Yeah, I think that's debatable. I think that part is debatable.
Yes, but like the Pell thing, there's obviously backstory for the reason and why that was like reverted. I don't know how true it is. That happened during a time of some crazy shit happening in New York, right? That's when that
was the same time?
That was around the same time.
Oh shoot.
So like,
wow, oh my god, that's old. Oh,
I was in 5th grade, and don't call me fucking Unk. If you're not black, don't call me Unk in the comments.
oh, that hurt.
abandon your children for inexcusably selfish reasons.
Every
Don't
anime.
worry. They'll always love you no matter what. And
That's what you JJK fans needed.
No, I was
the
I was
coke
on it.
fruit.
I was on it.
The
Bro.
coke fruit is crazy.
Yeah. You see me swim?
You see me swim? Not once. Not.
that's why you should take care of yourself.
And not work yourself so hard that your coworkers have to force you to get surgery and to sleep.
They all care about you. Your daughters care about you, Oda. You know what you can do to show them that you care about them?
Oh. Sexualize another child their age?
No, Oda. That's wrong.
Oh. Younger?
The carrot fans. The carrot fans. You guys are
Those
fucking
furries.
weirdos.
That's the furry clan.
Yo, listen. Oda's issue here is not an Oda specific issue. This is an anime.
just anime.
This is a cultural.
Jinx. That's a cultural thing.
Yeah, this is 100% a cultural thing, guys. So, like, is the critique valid? Yes. Is it in good faith in regards to the whole medium? If we're going to call this out, we got to just call the whole genre out.
Everything. That horse girl anime, call it out. Why do they have such good animation?
Listen, I only got 3 episodes in, bro.
Yo, these clips though, crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, that show is cooking. I'm not gonna watch
even
it.
Even Dandadan is kind of wicked. Very wicked, actually.
Yeah.
First episode and most recent episode.
Yeah.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
These
100%.
100%. Right? This should be a disclaimer, actually, before the first Dandadan episode comes on. Because, you know, as a straight cis hetero man, I totally understand that, like, I can't, you know, totally connect to, like, what happens in that first episode. But shit, if you have no idea, there is.
Trigger alert.
They go crazy with Peter Griffin. How do you feel about that, Danny?
I think that the guy is clearly, he's in his bag. He knows how to rage bait. Like a lot of the things were definitely over exaggerations. He's definitely trying to get a reaction from us. I think some things were like super invalid. I didn't fully agree with it. Like the character moments of them like bonding, that whole jungle thing. I didn't like it. I think he was just nitpicking a lot, but that's the point of this video.
Yeah.
You know, this is basically One Piece. Like he's just bare bonesing it.
It's CinemaSins.
You know,
it's CinemaSins. It's a nostalgia critic. All those guys that just like to just, you know, point out the flaws in something and make, you know, commentary, funny commentary. And whether you find it funny or not is obviously subjective.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a bad video. I don't know why people on TikTok are like blowing up about it. Because as One Piece fans, we face criticism all the time.
I know as One Piece fans, we can come off as maybe the most delusional and most diehard fan base. But I tell you one thing, our fucking skin is fucking tough. We have thick skin, bro.
Or we're just arrogant because we just know that One Piece is that good.
Yes. Because everything will trigger us. Like, as soon as we hear you talking bad, we're always trying to convert somebody with. We get it. We know all. We
spread the gospel.
We know. Spread the holy word of Goda himself.
And literally the word, not the anime, because we understand. Like Gabe was saying last week, nobody debates whether or not the One Piece anime is great. It's always the manga. The manga is
no,
good.
he said vice versa. Usually when the debates come in about One Piece, nobody even... The manga is never in discussion,
right?
Because there are more anime fans than manga fans of anime period, right? Oh. So he's saying when people debate, they're only staying within the context of I tried to watch the anime or the anime itself, or they're comparing this anime, the animation itself, and how it's animated to a Naruto and comparing it to a JJK. Most of these people have never read manga or read the manga, and they don't even consider manga as part of the debate. So when you corner them into trying to talk about the story alone, and then they start being like, filler, running down hallways, blah, blah, blah. And you're sitting here like, well, if you read it, that's not there. But you can't even, you know, combat them because they'll never read it.
Yeah.
Watching is literally their only option
medium.
In their head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think another thing I just want to quickly touch on, what he was saying at the end, like Oda refusing any help from his assistants. At the end of the day, you're 25 years in on this, like this is your life's work.
And I don't know how true that is either.
Yeah, I'm sure he accepts some help to a degree, especially like with background characters and stuff, but like if he doesn't really accept that much help, because again I don't know how true that is, like I understand it because this is like his masterpiece. He spent his whole life doing this, so handing it over to somebody is like, even an editor is already hard enough. So I'm not going to criticize him. You know, he can take as much time as he wants doing it. I'm sorry if his family's got to take L's, but at the same time, you have doctors, lawyers, senators, people in power, people in high positions who dedicate their entire life to their work like that. You just see that everywhere. So I'm not going to criticize Oda for maybe, you know, being the Naruto of his family. That's just me.
You hear that?
That's Luffy.
It's the drums of liberation, bitch. It's the drums of liberation, bitch. Yeah, I mean, I agree with your sentiment. I don't think this video was that really ridiculous. Like, I actually found it entertaining. I thought it was funny. Like,
SBS killed me.
Yeah, the SBS part, you cooked, bro. You cooked. Because you know how many times people, like, I've seen like a Tekken or somebody else post like SBS, and I'm sitting here like, my nigga,
just give me the spark notes.
Why? I don't need to know this.
Yeah.
The fact that we got Zoro's whole family tree in the SBS, but then we also found that Luffy's dick also stretches as well in like an SBS.
Shenanigans.
We laughed at the joke. You are right.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, this wasn't. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the video. I think, you know, he's talented artist. We know what it is going into it, and I think that's also the problem with a lot of One Piece fans, specifically One Piece fans. This is anime fans 100%, but this is really One Piece fans. You see the video title. Mm-hmm. You see the thumbnail, and you know what this person is about to, like, where it's about to go. Usually video titles give you a heads up. Us as well. One Piece hater. XY, like, they'll let you know beforehand, and then you go into, or somebody who's never seen One Piece before, and they'll give you like their honest opinion, and One Piece fans will still go into it without taking into account that the person has not seen One Piece.
And this person, it's hard to tell though.
They know their shit. He's watched this shit. I think.
Oh, okay.
He's like, it's either that or he got somebody to write a really good script.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That
which
could've-
is
that-
totally fine too.
Both things can be true, but One Piece fans definitely have an issue with just going into something and just accepting the jokes.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can make.
can
I
laugh
make
at
fun of
anything.
one. I make fun of One Piece as
I don't.
he said. Not me. You've also been a fan way longer than me, right? I'm a 2018. I just got here to the party a couple years ago. Bro, been in the party for what? 05?
Something. Yeah. Yeah. Early 2000s.
Ye olden 2000s.
Don't date me.
This was an alright video. I mean, let us know if you guys want to see us do more of these type
Reaction
of videos.
videos.
Hopefully, we can get. Kimmy's
Abba
not
and
a
Preach,
one,
watch out.
Kimmy's not a One Piece fan, so we can't get her to do things like this. But she would be super triggered if this was about My Hero.
Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Did this guy do a My Hero one? That would be amazing.
Let us know if you did a My Hero one. My Hero's over, and if you didn't do a My Hero one already, we'll check your channel and see if you made one.
because
but
this was a good video.
You can take the idea from us. We don't want the. Actually, no. You should put us in your video thumbnail title if you do make a My Hero one after this. All right, JelloApocalypse.
My Hero, JJK, Naruto. Like, dude, he could cook with this.
I think the Naruto fans are okay. They don't. I don't think they just got enough.
Please, not anymore.
I think they've dealt with enough shenanigans just by Boruto existing. But thank you guys for checking out this video. If you watched it all the way through, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know your thoughts, and check out our usual podcast episodes where you get to see us two as well as our co-host Kimmy just yap
For endlessly.
unnecessarily. So on that note, y'all.
Peace.